Okay, we will create the following 3D model, the one that you can see right here. Right here I have a pad that has this shape across the longitudinal axis, and right here I have 3 holes. The first one is this one, the second one is this one, and the third one is this hole that passes through the entire 3D model. Okay, here I have the views that the engineering draw uses. I have to say that this engineering draw was made by Luis Miguel Huerfano Garzón. And right here, what I'm going to do is to use this 3D model on this engineering draw for me to explain how could this be done using Catia V5. Okay, so in this case, we have to select one of the views for us to understand, actually not understand, for us to start our 3D model. Okay, I'm going to select this one. Why is that? Because this one is the one that I need for me to have the complete shape. Okay, so I'm going to use this view right here. I'm going to start using start mechanical design, part design. This part is going to be called tutorial 6. I think this is the 6th tutorial within the channel. I'm going to start with sketch. I'm going to select one of the views. In this case, this is the lateral view, because I'm going to call this view as lateral, this view as frontal, and this view as superior or top view. Okay, so right here I have this view. I'm going to start selecting this plane, and I'm going to create a shape that looks like the one that I need. In this case, I don't care about the measures, I don't care about anything. I just care about that the shape looks like the one that I need. In this case, it does looks like this one. Then I'm going to select the constraint option. I'm going to constrain this, 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 and finally this. For when I want to constrain something, I have to know the unit system that the engineering draw is using. In this case, it is usually here within a box that tells me not only the unit system that it's using, but also the material, or maybe some notes about the tolerances or something like that. Although this engineering draw does not contain information about it. So if I were, for example, the person who is going to build this 3D model using, I don't know, a lathe or a milling machine, then what I have to do is to presume that these are millimeters. Why is that? Because I don't have any information about the unit system. Okay, so I'm going to check that here. Tools, options. Right here I have parameters and measures, and right here I have units. So millimeters is the unit system that I'm using for the lengths. So okay, and I'm going to use right now an operation called, or a tool called edit multi-constraint. In this case, I'm going to change this one to 12, and as you can see right here, it is showing me in cyan the values that I've changed. In orange, the values that I'm currently changing, and in green, the values that I've not changed yet. Okay, so right here I have 12. Right here at the bottom, as you can see here, is the same value. Okay, so it is equal to 36 millimeters, so 36. Then I'm going to change this one. This one is right here, is equal to 34. And finally, this is equal to 14. So, okay. Once again, okay. And I have everything I need right here. So I'm going out. I'm getting out of the sketch. Then I'm going to use the path definition option. This has a length of 55 millimeters, so this is equal to 55, enter, and that would be the shape that I require. Then I'm going to use a sketch, select, in this case, one face, and I'm going to select this face. Then I'm going to use these 4 lines, so I'm going to select these, and I'm going to call them using this option, project 3D element. So when I press this is going to call these 4 lines within the sketch that I'm doing right now. Then, because I want that those lines are for construct purposes, then I'm going to select this option. Now everything looks good. I'm going to create one rectangle right here, this one, and in this case I'm going to use these references. Okay, there is a mistake here within the engineering draw, because this does not contain information about the position of this rectangle. In this case, this dovetail, I think that I can say, this part, this triangle. So this is a mistake because, well, I can assume that this is at the middle of the whole view, but that is an assumption, and in every single engineering draw everything must be perfect and, well, perfectly clear for the one that is building or designing the same model. Okay, so as I just said, I'm going to presume that this is at the middle of the shape, so what I'm going to do is use this, well, to create one line that touches these two, and this line has to be vertical. So I'm going to use the constraint option. I'm going to select this and this line, and I'm going to say that the line that I just created has to be at the middle between them. Okay, that is why I select a low symmetry line. Then I'm going to use the same thing right here, but after I define the width of the square, of the rectangle. In this case, this is equal to 15, enter, and now I'm going to do the same the same thing. Okay, I have everything I need. Then I'm going to create 2 rectangles that must be shown, because those rectangles are the ones that I'm using for the pockets. As you can see right here, this line is white, it must be green, so that means it's not defined. What I'm going to do is to select this and these 2 lines, right click, and coincidence. Everything is defined, everything is good. I'm getting out of the sketch, pocket definition. I'm also going to select this part, and this measure is the one that I require. So this measure is equal to 36 minus 14, this 14. Okay, so I can either say or write down the information, or write the information finish, or I can write the equation. Okay, so 36 minus 14, enter. There we go. Now what's left is to do this pocket that passes through all the model. I'm going to select once again the sketch option. I'm going to select this part. I'm going to call these 2 lines. Okay, I'm going to say that these lines are for construction purposes. Then I'm going to create a profile right here that has the shape that I require. I'm going to say that this shape must be shown. And finally, I'm going to say that this point, with respect of this point, has a length of 43 millimeters. Enter. Everything is defined, everything is perfectly done. Then I get out of the sketch and I finally use the pocket definition. But up to next, this option is going to take the next part that it finds, in this case the whole part. Okay, so okay, everything looks good, everything looks correct. And that's, guys, how this 3D model could be done using Catia V5.